now tuned into the DFPN, the Dat Villain Podcast Network. Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks podcast here on the DFPN. Shout out to everybody that's catching us after this Dynamite, historic Dynamite, first Dynamite in LA. We got
Inglewood.
In Inglewood. I'm obligated to say Inglewood. Everybody is saying LA, but yes, the show is at the historic Forum in the town of Inglewood. Always up to no good.
That's right. Shit.
But yo, man, we got a packed show tonight. Obviously, we have to talk about some of the moments of Dynamite tonight. We got the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard conclusion today. We have a new episode of Obi-Wan. We got a lot to talk about, man. So, shit. Let's get into it. Before we do that, let's shout out the sponsors. Shout out to the Plugs Earbuds. Go to www.gettheplugs.com. Enter code DFPN10 for a 10% discount. And Fiverr. Shout out to the Bandcamp. We got new music coming very, very soon. Along with that, a brand new podcast that is going to be Patreon exclusive. So please make sure you guys are checking out the datfeeling.bandcamp.com so you can stay in tune to all the new music releases. Shout out to Mac, aka your boy, just dropped a whole new set of designs. We are moving this merch forward. This is the season for merch. So go to Teespring, search Dat Feeling Podcast. You guys will be able to get in on all the new merch we got. And again, this show will be on Patreon. So go to Patreon, subscribe for as little as $3. Get this and many more episodes for free. Fabulous Frankie D. What is up?
What's up is it's great to be alive. It's great to see this just this unbelievable show on Disney Plus that we're going to talk about, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Is it really? Is it really?
Hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it really a good show?
Yeah. It's a good show. It's a good show to me. All right. There's some things I don't like. There's some things I don't like. But
like, we'll get into it. You want to get
into it now, or you want to talk about this episode of Dynamite?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's knock this shit out. Let's go ahead
and talk about it. Right. So we've in 3 episodes so far for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
And I've seen all 3. And here's the thing that people like they're bitching about. Okay, one of the big things they were bitching about is the character of Reva, played by Moses Ingram.
Who I love, by the way. I love Reva.
Yeah, but a lot of other people didn't like her because she's black. Okay, that's what it is.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, a lot of people gave a fuck because she was getting racially attacked, and she made a video about this. Okay, so
this is true.
So a lot of people had a problem with it. It's no different than any other character. Now, my thing to that, I'm gonna get on this real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of it because I don't want to spend too much time on it. You dig?
All right. Yeah.
Bottom line is that everybody was tripping because one of the main characters of this story happens to be a black woman. All right, they had a problem with that. They were talking shit about they talking Ebonics and yada yada yada. Same motherfuckers that are saying this bullshit would have had a heart attack if James Earl Jones's voice was not that of Darth Vader. Okay, bottom fucking line, and that's a black.
Oh yeah.
So let's not get it twisted. You did what I'm saying. Other than that, Ewan McGregor came out in support of Moses Ingram, talking about if you doing shit like that with her, you are not a Star Wars fan. And he stands by her as being one of the executive producers of the show and where they're going. So if you got a problem with that, don't fucking watch the damn show.
I agree.
That's just the bottom line of the situation. I think she's doing a fabulous job what she's been given, and that's it. Okay,
I agree with that.
Some of the things in the show were corny. Okay, it's a little corny, but I like the actress that they got for Leia, the little girl.
Oh, she's a star, bro.
Not
she's
a
fucking
man.
Star. Yeah, she's a star.
Not side of the park. She's great. I like they brought back Jimmy Smits to reprise his role from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
As Bail Organa, so that's great to see that. Just seeing Ewan McGregor come back and playing Obi-Wan Kenobi and seeing him dealing with the PTSD of everything that happened with him and Anakin and Revenge of the Sith, and just 10 years has gone by. It's just like wow, and then seeing the issues, the drama between him and Owen as far as Luke goes, and how he basically wants him to stay away, and you don't care about Luke, you don't care if he's showing, if he's so that's some intriguing stuff there. I love the Inquisitors, and I think they're dope as shit to actually see Inquisitors in live action form.
That's been another point of contention. The Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Just based off Reva, really. But yeah,
Reva's not really. See, the problem I think with people had a problem with the way the Grand Inquisitor looked. Okay, that was the first thing. They didn't think it was accurate to the cartoon version. I'm like, look, one is a cartoon version, animation. The other one is real life. All right, it is what it is. I thought the Grand Inquisitor looked fine. I thought it was fine for what it was. Okay.
Me too.
Reva, I think the thing with Reva is that Reva is, first of all, let's start with the first episode real quick. And the opening scene is they do a recap of everything from.
I love that.
That was
great.
It.
Yeah, I love that.
They did that, and then they showed Order 66 happening. And they showed the teacher was out there with the younglings, and then all of a sudden they're getting attacked by the 501 troops. Then you see the camera focus on the little girl. Obviously, that's Reva. That's who that little girl is. Okay, so in my opinion, we're probably going to see more Order 66 flashbacks in the coming weeks into the show.
I think so too. I actually have a theory on Reva. I don't think Reva's an Inquisitor. I don't.
Oh, I think she is.
I don't think she's an Inquisitor. I think she's an apprentice playing an Inquisitor.
She's an Inquisitor.
You think she is?
Yeah.
We know. Well, if they following Rebels, then technically she should be. Mm-hmm. But if they're throwing, because Vader is the leader of the Inquisitors.
The Grand Inquisitor is the leader of the Inquisitors. But go ahead.
Yeah, but Vader's
in charge.
Yeah, he's in charge. Mm. So I'm thinking she may actually be an apprentice, because there are a lot. It's like the rule they have, right? Mm. Or the rule the Jedi have, like you have to be a master, right? Mm. I don't think they follow that in the Sith.
She's an Inquisitor basically because that's where Inquisitors the Inquisitors come from, being Jedi.
Right. They're Jedi.
They were Jedi that were taken and basically, I mean, so she's a third sister. That's her deal. She's a third sister. So in the Jedi Fallen Order game, if you remember with Cal Kestis, right? They had the second sister in that game.
Right.
So she's the third sister, and there's a second sister. So maybe they kind of know each other. You know what I mean? Maybe she knows Trilla. You know what I mean? I saw that theory on another show as well. She's definitely an Inquisitor. But I think after watching this episode 3, I think that she's a conflicted Inquisitor. As soon as she saw the room where she saw the Jedi. Because Reva's whole thing when the show started was she did that impassionate speech about how the Jedi will turn on you, they won't protect you, and all this, right? And then she goes in that room and she sees all this shit. Like, she was shocked at what she saw.
Right.
That they're still out there. You know, she thought they were all gone. But her story hasn't been crafted very well as far as, like, we don't know anything about her. We just know that she's an evil bitch is what she is. And she has an end. Yeah. She has an end for Obi-Wan and she has an end for the Jedi. But why does she? And I think that's where a lot of people, like, they need to really build that up in the next couple episodes, which I think they will. The only way to build that up is that you have to explain who she is. You have to explain what happened to her. Did Anakin? Did she see Anakin at the Jedi Temple? What happened there? What caused her to be that way? Did Obi-Wan? Did he get there too late? You know, or what happened?
Maybe she's pissed off at Obi-Wan because he trained Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin Skywalker is a big source of her fucking pain.
You know, I come on here and I joke about a lot of shit when it comes to the Sith or whatever, but I'm gonna play it neutral today.
No! Keep that same energy, my friend.
No. I like the Sith, but we're going down to the bottom line of why Anakin turned to begin with. Anakin turned to begin with because Anakin was always going to turn. That was the whole thing. They said that he was supposed to bring balance to the Force, right? Well, Anakin brought balance to the Force when he killed Palpatine and returned to Jedi. That's how he brought balance to the Force. That was how it was. It'll always play out. He was always going to join the Sith, and he was always going to. That's what he was going to do. That was going to bring balance to the Force. That right there.
I see what you're getting at. You're getting at. Yeah.
So it was always supposed to happen that way.
Yeah, I could agree to that.
Yeah. So that's how I was going to go down. That's why they said that, you know, his judgment's clouded, and it was Palpatine. Palpatine was putting on that shit that Anakin said to begin with about Padme.
Yeah, true.
So that's how that whole thing started to begin with. He put all his thoughts into Anakin's mind and Anakin's brain about Padme dying, and he was having, you know, he was seeing that shit, and that was basically Palpatine trying to lure Anakin over to the dark side. Anakin, listen, when watching that show, watching the third episode, when Vader's in the town, right, and Vader is force choking people, and then he takes the kid and snaps his fucking neck. That's nothing for Vader to do that because Vader / Anakin killed all the fucking younglings on Tatooine. He killed the children and the women and the man. He said it. That's the first step of the dark side right there, of the darkness. When he
gotta go all the way. You gotta go all the way.
So that's nothing to him. So you have a situation now where he's been looking for this coward for 10 years, you know, but looking for this
coward that whooped his ass.
This bum Jedi for 10 years, you know.
The one who cut his fucking legs off?
Exactly. That coward that fucking left him there to fucking die.
Cut his ass up and cook him?
And he said, yeah, and he was, and Vader had mercy for him. In this episode, Vader showed him mercy. Vader was whooping that ass.
Vader was scared as fuck.
No, he was not. No, he
was not.
Scared, bro. Vader was scared, bro.
Vader went right back to that lava, bro.
Who the fuck was running the whole fight? Who was running the whole fight?
What? That's because he didn't want to kill him. He didn't want to kill him.
No, fuck that. Obi-Wan ran the whole fight. Obi-Wan ran the whole fight.
Because he didn't want to kill him, bro.
You think Obi-Wan... Let me ask you real shit. You think Obi-Wan, right now, in his fragile PTSD state of mind, can beat Darth fucking Vader? And Vader going through the fucking town, Vader going through the town with the Force behind him, Force choking motherfuckers, killing motherfuckers. You think he stood a damn chance against Obi-Wan stood a chance against that? Obi-Wan was running from Vader. He looked at Vader and says, "What have you become?" Vader said, "I am what you made me." Is what he did. Who's this talking?
You know who this is.
It wasn't Mercy. He wants to fight Obi his best to win and prove. Yes, it's exactly. Vader showed him mercy.
That's what I'm saying.
Vader
he didn't want to kill him.
Right.
He didn't want to kill him.
And he had him in the fire. He could have did it. He's like, no, I don't want this shit this easy. I can show you. Basically he knows that Obi-Wan has something going with Padme, or he wanted Padme. So Obi-Wan's, it's just, that's the problem.
The Jedi didn't get no ass, though.
He said, Obi-Wan wanted that one. He wanted that one. And why did he want that one? I'll tell you why he wanted that one. Because Anakin got it first. That's why.
Oh, is that what it was? Is that what it was?
What did he tell Leia? He says, I wish I was your father. What kind of shit is that?
Hey, I could have been.
Like I said.
I could have been your daddy.
I'm enjoying the show for what it is. I'm glad to see. And the one part that I forgot about in episode 3. First of all, episode 2 showing Vader at the end when he says Anakin, and fucking Vader heard that shit and opened his eyes in the bathroom tank. That shit was fucking hard, man. That shit was hard.
I ain't gonna front.
That was hard.
I am not gonna front. Like, this motherfucker knows.
Exactly.
It's time to work. It's time to go to fucking work.
So then to see when Obi-Wan and her and Leia are walking through Mapuzo, he sees Anakin as a Jedi in Jedi form. I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And what it's called is called guilty conscience.
No, it's not.
He said, "I failed you, Anakin. I have failed you."
He said it when he fought him.
You're damn right.
He said, "I failed you."
He said, "I failed you." Exactly. You did fail him because you are no fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Hey man, look, listen. Just because I failed you, it don't mean I won't whoop your ass, bro. Like,
he had the opportunity.
Your motherfucking role.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to whoop his ass. He had the opportunity to whoop his ass, and what happened?
Man, he can't go up against him right now. He like been off the bike for 10 years, bro. You got to get used to them pedals. When he get used to them pedals, though. When he get used to them pedals.
I can't wait for
that ass whooping's coming.
You think so? No, I know he's gonna get him. I know for a fact Obi-Wan's gonna get Vader. I know he is. Because they're gonna have to meet again. They're gonna meet again down the line. So it's a lot. A lot should change.
Just be patient. The ass whooping's coming. Yeah. He just got to get used to the bike again. Once he start riding again, bro, it's over.
But other than that, I have to say, so far, I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it. I think it would have been better if Dave Filoni was involved. But it's good for what it is.
No, I like it. I like it. And there was a lot of negative criticism about this show before it came out, but I'm seeing where that shit stems from.
It comes from Reva. It's the Reva character.
I see where it stems from.
Yeah, and a lot of it is because I'm telling you, a lot of it is because the character is black. I'm not stupid. And matter of fact, she said Lucasfilms told her before this happened, you might get some unflattering comments on social media, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah,
because that's how
I think she's handling it well, though. She
handled it well because she says she would. She says I ain't built like that. I would usually go ham. Is basically what she said. Yeah. So other than that, I'm enjoying the show. Hopefully, we get a season 2, maybe.
Yeah, we might. We just might. We just might. Since we did the switch up, man, let's cover the second topic for tonight. So today we had a verdict in the Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
Right.
We're gonna call this one Johnny with the roll up, the 1, 2, 3, because on all 3 of his counts that he had against her, he was successful. He got the 1, 2, 3.
Absolutely.
So he was awarded $15 million out of the suit. Amber Heard, I believe, was awarded $2 million out of that suit.
Right.
And that was all due to the lawyer making a statement to a magazine, and it wasn't necessarily Johnny; it was the lawyer.
Right.
How big of a deal is this for Johnny Depp?
I think it's a big deal. I think it's a redeeming deal because this woman went out of her way to trash this man and ruin his reputation in Hollywood, cost him millions of dollars in Hollywood as far as the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. I think Disney owes Johnny Depp a huge ass apology, especially
he ain't getting that, not from Disney.
Disney is fucked anyways. More ways than one. Okay, there better be like that. I mean, look, bro. If you can't, they got Star Wars and all that, and that's all I watch on that shit. But Disney's wokeness is what's killing them.
Yeah, you could argue that, but the motherfuckers, Disney is the WWE of all entertainment.
Okay, and that doesn't mean shit. That
means everything.
No, it doesn't.
Means everything.
No, it doesn't.
As long as they got the money to make shit, they making shit, bro. And there's going to be a kid somewhere that loves that shit.
Bro, Disney's wokeness is killing them. And we're gonna see that. This is the reason why this is the problem that we're seeing right now when it comes to entertainment. Everybody wants to be woke, and then everybody's realizing you can't be woke when there's dollars and cents involved in this shit. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. They can make as much money as. Listen, you know something? I just can't believe that a racist organization like Disney, which has a history of racism, would want to be woke to begin with. So that's just not a fucking thing.
The irony of that shit, right? But here's the deal: exactly. As long as a kid out there is fucking singing MICKEYMOUSE to the fucking T, Disney's not going no fucking where, bro.
I never said Disney was going nowhere.
I'm sorry.
I never said that. I said they owe Johnny Depp. I said they owe Johnny Depp an apology. Okay,
I agree.
That's what I said. I never said Disney was going anywhere. I said Disney's wokeness is what's killing them. And if they want to keep them 1,000, there's women out there that have legitimately been sexually assaulted, that have been in domestic abuse issues. Okay, and this woman sat there and basically lied her ass off about everything. So
that part is that I hate. I don't
support that shit at all. You don't have no history. Didn't hear jack shit about Johnny Depp ever having nothing like this ever until she decided to go out there because he didn't want her fucking ass anymore, and that's what it was.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
And that's the problem. That's the problem because you see, the bottom line is that there's women out there. There's vindictive women out there. There's vindictive men, but there's vindictive women out there that do shit like this to try to ruin people and try to put them in jail. And that's why I think this case is so important, right? Because it exposes that shit does happen, bro. Exactly. It absolutely did. I'm glad that it won. It just Amber Heard. Just, I didn't watch the case. I watched pieces of it on YouTube. But just every time she would answer a question, she's looking directly at the jury. And I'm like, you are the worst fucking actress I've ever seen. You were god awful in fucking Snyder Cut, Justice League Snyder Cut. You just you just were shit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, with this situation today, it proves that she is toxic for Hollywood.
Bro, as fuck. She's toxic.
You don't need to have her in nothing. I wouldn't have her in fucking none of my goddamn movies. The bitch would not even be in a porn movie, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? I would not have her ass nowhere. Nowhere.
Bro, no, she's toxic as fuck, bro. That is exactly the toxicity that kills people. That shit right there is horrible. Because she was the amount of just the amount of fake ass crime she was doing. I'm like,
fake crime, bro, and no tears.
None.
No tears. And then there's a rumor that she had. There's a rumor that she would put Vicks vapor rub on some tissue, and then she would be cleaning her nose. Bro,
that was cocaine.
I don't know about that.
No. That was cocaine. She was doing coke on the stand.
I heard. I don't believe that.
No, that was coke. She was tooting. She was definitely tooting on the stand.
I don't know about that one.
Nobody. She was definitely tooting on the stand.
Shit.
Definitely.
Damn, she got
bro,
balls.
And that, there's a video out there. There's a video out there like the effects of cocaine and her on the stand. Like when she did it, like she got super hyper during her testimony and shit.
Yeah.
Then she started crashing, and then that's like when she started getting delusional and shit, bro. That is T to the T. She's a coke addict.
Hey, I'm not saying she's not. I'm just saying I know she got the balls. So walk up in there, and our ovaries. So walk up in there, and fucking knowing that shit in front of a judge.
Bro, she wild as fuck. She is wild.
Hey.
Bro, do not get in a relationship with that girl, bro. To all the fellas out there, I know what they say about the crazies, but bro, leave that one alone, bro. She is on another planet.
The moment you say you don't want her ass, she will ruin you.
Oh, you done. You done.
So I think it's a good thing today for Johnny to have won the case. And basically because men can be victims of domestic violence. People think that men can't be victims of. Yes, we can.
Yeah, you can. You definitely can.
Yeah,
and so, I'm glad that he had the. I don't want to say strength to speak up, but you know what I mean. Like it just got to a point where he pretty much had to. You know what I'm saying? It was either that or you just gonna be fucked off for the rest of your life. But I hate that it has to get to that point for dudes to come out and do that shit, bro. Because as you can see in the fucking testimonies and shit, he tolerated this shit for years, bro. Years.
No, that's what I'm saying. And just to have for him to come out, because Johnny is a very private person. Yeah. So for him to have to come out and even admit this, I mean, who wants to admit, bro, that this woman took a shit in the bed?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and what motherfucker would do some shit like that to begin with? You gotta be sick in the fucking head, bro. Like,
bro,
what the fuck
out?
Fuck is wrong with you?
You gotta get the fuck out. Like,
yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
This is it. That's it. We got a divorce after that. If you shit in my bed on purpose, there's no other talk. We can't talk no more. I can't be like good morning, babe, to you no more. Motherfucker, you just took a whole shit in my bed.
I took a whole piece of bed.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah,
cut his finger off. This motherfucker's in like the shit that got me was like I saw an old video of him, and when his finger got cut off, this motherfucker went to the hospitals and was visiting sick kids and shit.
Yeah,
with the finger gone, and like one of the kids asked him, was like, "What happened to your finger?" And he made up like some bullshit excuse. But I'm like, holy fuck, bro. This motherfucker was out here like still doing charity work. Finger gone, bro. Like fresh, gone. Doing charity work.
Yeah, dress up as Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Man, that's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's wild, man. Like dudes have to go through a ton of abuse to even and they probably still don't speak out. And I don't know because I've never been beaten, and you know what I mean. I don't know what I would do in that scenario. Like, do I speak out about it? And I'm pretty sure a big amount of shame comes with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
People just don't like. A lot of dudes don't speak up on it because number one, you're like, okay, people ain't gonna believe me if I talk about this. And then some dudes just like, okay, well, she put her hands on me, put my hands on her back. That's how some dudes, some dudes think about it. Some guys just be in the heat of the moment, like somebody hits you in the fucking mouth or cut off your finger. Look, there's situations out there with some people, man, where you do some shit like that to the wrong person, the wrong dude, or something like that. Gunplay happens. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You dying.
That's what happens. Motherfuckers don't be playing around. You know what I'm saying? So just people need to learn how to just keep their fucking hands off each other and stop lying and making shit up. You dig?
Yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, congratulations to Johnny.
Yep.
Hopefully, I hope he's healing from this shit, bro. Because
rumor has it
What's up?
Rumor has, I mean, cut you off, but I don't know if you noticed or not, but rumor has it that supposedly Johnny is going to be in Beetlejuice Part 2. That's about to start filming. Yeah, Tim Burton's about to do that. Yeah.
I hope so. I
So
hope he gets back to work.
Absolutely. This will probably get his career going in Hollywood pretty much. Y'all need to be on y'all hands and knees and begging this dude for forgiveness and saying I'm sorry for believing this bitch.
Yeah, I agree. Because that was fucked up. So congratulations to him. Hopefully he gets back on his feet and we see him in more shit. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. We had double or nothing was this weekend. We had some good matches out of double or nothing, some bad ones. What was your favorite match of double or nothing? None of them.
Anarchy in the arena.
Oh yeah. I gotta agree with you there. Although I was leaning towards the triple threat tag team.
No, you know what? The last 3 matches. Yeah, Anarchy in the arena, the triple threat tag match, and the World Heavyweight Championship. That's it.
Yeah. They ended strong. I'll give them that. They ended that show. Very strong.
That show was too fucking long.
It was that way for a reason, though. I don't know if you what did you watch it on?
I watched it on what is it? BR Live.
Okay? Did you have issues?
No.
That's why the show ran so long, because they had issues with the BR Live stream in a lot of areas. I had issues with it, so it took me about an hour to finally get it right. You know what I mean? But I bought it, and then it kept locking. So we couldn't get into the stream. That's probably why the show ran so long, because a lot of people were having issues with it, and they addressed it. During the show.
Tony kind of alluded to the show running long, having to do with the playoff game. He alluded to that on the media scrum.
I don't know. It could have been that too, but I do know a lot of people. What he alluded to. I do know a lot of people had issues with the BR stream, because they played it on BR and Fight, but the BR stream was fucked.
I didn't have any issues with it at all. It worked fine from the pre-show up until the whole show ran fine. It was just so fucking long. Like
that was a long. There was a 4-hour show, but it felt like a long show.
No, it was long, dude. Because you have to remember something. We have been watching this since the pre-show started. So you keep that you kept that going, and I think the show ended here about damn near midnight, or a little after that. It was just crazy. It was just crazy. I'm like, and people addressed that to Tony doing the media. So I'm like, this show went on too long. I just. It's just that situation there, and then these long ass WrestleManias, and these long ass it's just. I like wrestling. I don't like it that damn much.
I will say for as long as that show ran, they had zero downtime during that show. That show was pretty much, it was about 95% wrestling.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You can't just. You need to run some angles or something during that show. You got to do something, because you're losing the crowd. I'm telling you, those people.
Yeah, you could tell that, which is why those last 3 matches were strong, because Anarchy in the Arena set that shit the fuck off. Right as it was dying down, you could tell the crowd was losing their steam. They bring out Anarchy in the Arena.
Right.
Because I was sitting here watching it, and so we had family over.
Yeah.
And we were all watching it. And you could tell like the energy was slow. But then when Anarchy in the Arena popped off, it was just like, go. And that shit, Anarchy in the Arena, for what it was fucking awesome, bro.
It's one of the. It was a plunder match, but it was so entertaining and just when they restarted the music, like they kept the music going and restarted it, and Chris Jericho said on the media scrum that came from New Jack. That was a New Jack.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, he got that. He saw that was New Jack right there. So I enjoyed that. I didn't like the I didn't like the Wardlow squash match because they had been trying to build this feud up and it's just no.
They killed it. They killed it doing another angle. That's what
no fire to it. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no
they
fire.
killed it doing another angle because
Jeff
the
Hardy
before that.
Yeah, because
Jeff Hardy needs to retire, bro.
No, I don't think Jeff needs to retire. I think just Jeff needs to take some time off. Take some time off. Slow down. This dude is obviously hurting, and I'm not. And people, he's looking off. No, it's not a drug thing. Jeff is beat the fuck up, and basically they're saying it's the match he had with Darby Allin that kind of did him in. Because Jeff is doing shit that he need not to be doing anymore. We got nothing left to prove.
Ladders.
Yeah, you got nothing left to prove at this point, man. It's like just go out there and do the dance and maybe hit a swanton or a twist of fate or whatever. And that's it. You don't have to go out there and do all this outrageous shit anymore. You don't have to do it. You proved it. You proved yourself. You don't have to do it anymore. Jeff just looks. He just looks in pain. He's trying to be positive and trying to go out there and do the same, but you can tell the guy is hurt. That's a hurt. Yeah, hobbling around. It's like, you don't want to be fucking McFoley, bro. It's like, slow the fuck down.
Slow down. We love you. We love you. We're going to love you, but dog, you don't have to kill yourself for us no more. That shit's done, bro.
Yeah. Now let me ask you this question. What did you think is going on here? I mean, obviously tonight on Dynamite, they started it because I was saying the other day when I was looking at Jericho, I'm like, Jericho, you're looking like Shawn Michaels right ahead, bro. I think it's time to do some of that hair. And I think Jericho knows it. Jericho's smart. He knows it. So if somebody's about to get the haircut, it's going to be Chris Jericho's and get that haircut. Yeah. He knows it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he had that ball spot going on. I'm like, ooh.
He's 52. He's 52. So it ain't gonna be there forever. But it's I mean, they got treatments out there for that now. You can afford it. Go see what's up. Chavo Guerrero did it. Remember that? So
yeah. They got hymns now,
Exactly.
Take you some hymns and
you don't want to be the hogster.
Yeah, it's time to get that shit cut. Cut it, treat it, let it grow back, bro.
Still don't like the Jericho Appreciation Society.
I do not like them whatsoever. I think that shit. I think it's 2.0, bro. I think it is. Because I like Daniel Garcia, and as long as he doesn't talk, he's fine. Jake Hager is Jake Hager. I think it's 2.0 that it just don't mesh well with me.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's the problem. Yeah, it's 2.0 is the issue because they're not. When you look at Inner Circle and just the amount of talent they have there with Guevara,
right,
and Santana Ortiz, these are guys you actually can take seriously. They weren't comedy acts. Right. I mean, they were serious. Jericho originally it was supposed to be kind of a comedy / badass kind of fashion. But with 2.0 being there, I liked them better when they were on their own, not associated necessarily with Jericho.
Exactly.
That's exactly. I mean, Jericho could have put anybody in that spot there that it would be taken more seriously.
And it would have worked. It would have worked.
Ali Moriarty could have been in that spot. You could have put a Dante Martin in that spot. There's you could even take Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky and put them in that position. You know what I'm saying?
It would have worked.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. I just all in all, just to wrap it real quick. I want to say that it was great to see Owen Hart's legacy kind of
Martha Hart actually speaking
about it. Yeah, because she just her hatred her hatred runs deep, obviously, for WWE. I mean, that's never going to change. And people were talking about, oh my God, I can't believe, listen, this woman lost her husband. Her husband went to work, to the business. Her husband went to work, and her husband did not come back home because of a fucking stupid stunt that didn't need to be happening. So, okay, she has an issue with WWE, doesn't want to work with them, that's what it is. If Tony Khan and her can make an arrangement and make a deal where Owen's legacy is reintroduced and just you can see just everything about Owen Hart, then that is what it is. It's got no on my phone.
Me too. So they're in both areas.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. So
no, I agree with you there. So I like that she was a big part of that tournament. I like that there's going to be another one. The only thing I ask AEW is next year, dress everybody in fucking pink and black. Not just the winners of the match.
You kind of gave it away.
You gave away the match, bro. Yeah. You gave them both away.
And speaking of people too, we're talking about wrestlers that are beat up, and I want to make it very clear to the people listening to the show. And by the way, we got to thank all the people that listened to last week's episode of No Gimmicks.
We're at 10,000.
Yeah, record fucking listens for the No Gimmicks podcast. I want to say out there, thank you guys very much for listening to this show, appreciating what we do, sticking with us to this. This is an idea that me and Mac over here have had for a while that we want to do, and finally getting off the ground because we're both in the same great state of Texas, so we're able to do it, and so we appreciate that. That is phenomenal number. You say we're at 10,000 now. That's fucking unbelievable. That's amazing. So thank you very much, everybody out there listening. Continue to support the Dat Film Podcast network, pretty much in all the podcasts that we're doing on the Dat Film Podcast Network, and specifically, No Gimmicks.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, so last topic. I was going to save this and lead in with it, but we had...
Well, before you say that, I want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
So, I was talking about Jeff Hardy earlier being beat up. Another guy that's really beat up, and like I said before, this is no knock against the boys, no knock against the wrestlers. They put their bodies through hell for our entertainment. They've been doing it for years. No disrespect. But another one that comes to mind that I saw this past weekend, and I've been watching for a while, just seeing his movements, was Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe just, I don't know, he seems heavier now. And he doesn't move the same now. It's like, Joe used to have such good cardio, a couple years ago when he was in NXT. And it's just, I don't know, the moving to the main roster in WWE, I don't think it helped him. And nope. I just see now, when I look at him now, it's just a shell of himself from what he used to be. And that's not knocking against him. I just think Joe is beat up. He's got fucking guys in his 40s. He's beat up. I saw Samoa Joe. The first time I saw Joe was in TNA. I heard about him in Ring of Honor, but the first time I actually saw him wrestle was in TNA. Mm-hmm. So I've been watching Joe for a long time. And the guy is just beat up now. And it's sad to me, too, because it's like, guys that I actually like, the Jeff Hardys and the Samoa Joes.
They're all getting older, bro.
They're all getting older and getting beat up. It's kind of like, when you saw, Randy Savage out there and he wasn't moving like the Macho Man anymore, or Hogan. Hogan, moving slower, Ric Flair, and all that. So it's just sad. I wish these guys would just slow down a little bit. There's nothing left to prove, really. You don't have to go out there and do that strong style shit anymore. It's nothing to prove, man. Let's go out there and you can be entertaining, and you can be entertaining. You ain't got to kill yourself. Is what I'm saying.
Do you think it's this younger crowd now coming up, and they feel like they have to give back to them? Do you think that plays a part?
I think he does. I think they're honestly. I think they're out there wrestling for fucking Meltzer stars and what the internet thinks about him.
More on that in a minute.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just I just wish them the best and wish they would just kind of slow down a little bit with their stuff. I get so nervous when I'm watching the show because I'm like, they can take one bad bump, dude, and it can be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't even. It's like CM Punk at the pay per view trying to hit the buckshot and couldn't do it. Tried it twice and couldn't do it. And then seeing him tonight out there with that match tonight.
I think he actually hurt himself tonight.
No, he hurt himself when he dove into the crowd. He hit his knees against that goddamn guardrail. That's where he hurt himself. I saw it right there. I'm like, why would you fucking do that? I know, I get it, but why would you do that?
He's hype.
Well, hype your ass down. And speaking of which, so Tanahashi is going to be CM Punk's opponent for Forbidden Door. I wonder if we're going to possibly get the Gorillas of Destiny versus FTR.
Bro, don't play with me. Because if this happens, bro, I'm already off Tanahashi alone. I'm ready to book a flight to Chicago. Off Tanahashi alone.
I think it's sold out.
Oh, there's always resale. I'll buy that resale.
Yeah, I ain't going all the way to Chicago. I ain't trying to get shot.
So I don't give a fuck.
I'm not going to Chicago for some fucking wrestling to get my ass shot.
Oh yeah, it is summer. It is summer.
Let's buy some Chirac savages.
I might have to rethink.
You imagine my ass out there with an NWO shirt on. All I need is some motherfucker. Yeah, NWO motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Come on now. I'm here to see wrestling, my guy.
Fuck that. Oh, you here to see wrestling? Well, hey, give me them shoes, money. I wrestle you. Shit. Oh. And by the way, we're not sponsored by Modelo. I'm just drinking the Modelo.
Drink what makes you comfy. But yeah, I just that alone, I'm like, I at least got to order the pay-per-view. Gotta order.
And who knows? We'll probably watch it together. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I'm thinking, so if he's getting Tanahashi, who the fuck's getting Okada?
Is Okada gonna be on the show? Didn't Okada say his wife's birthday or some shit?
Oh no, you're right. You know what? You might be right. I say, right about that.
Bring her to America.
Yeah, bring her ass to Chicago.
Because if that's the case, you know who Okada can wrestle? Bryan Danielson.
There's so many what ifs about this show, man. There's so many what ifs about this shit that I'm just like, I need to see it. I already know we got Punk Okada. Who's getting FTR? A. B. Who's getting Danielson? Who's getting Moxley?
Right.
Because Moxley's going to be involved. We'll probably get Eddie Kingston and maybe Ishii.
Okay.
That'll be a fun one. I'm just trying to think. Bullet Club versus the Elite, maybe.
Right. Yeah. I can see that.
I'm just trying to think. I'm spitballing, but you'll probably get that, or you probably get some bullshit like, you know what? What if we get the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Bullet Club?
That could very well happen. But what I think is going to happen is you're going to see the Bullet Club and the Undisputed Elite actually join up together.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what's going to happen. Versus probably Blackpool Combat Club and some other faction from New Japan.
You know what match I would really love to see?
What's up?
Chris Bay versus fucking Swerve.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a bomb ass.
But Chris Bay is Impact Wrestling. He's not New Japan.
Okay. Yeah. Will Ospreay versus Swerve would be a damn good match.
Swerve versus anybody would be a damn good
match. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
They definitely should have won those belts still at Double or Nothing. I will say that.
Oh, yeah.
Those side belts.
Yeah. I agree.
Our Starks are powerhouse.
Starks and Hobbs. Yeah.
Yep.
I would have loved to see them win it. Yeah. I would have loved to see them win it.
I was really rooting for Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks to get those belts.
Yeah, me too. Either or. I wouldn't have been mad if either one of them took the titles.
Right.
Not at all. Because I think Starks and Hobbs have been there long enough. They deserve them shits.
Oh, definitely.
They deserve them shits.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
Yeah, I would have been happy either way. I just think it's time to take the belts off of Jurassic Express. Let Jungle Boy feud with Christian.
That's obviously where they're going.
Yep. And you can make that happen and break them up. I think Jungle Boy's did enough to where he could be a good breakout single star.
I think
at least put him in the mix. Yeah. Put him in the mix for the TNT title.
Yeah, I think Luchasaurus could go on his own as a big man out there. Once again, I was talking to you offline about this during the show. They need to really work on Wardlow's presentation. Sticking to that.
Yeah.
His music sucks ass. I don't like his music. His music does not.
I don't really mind his music. I think his entrance was a little bit off today. By the way, kudos to AEW for taking their fucking chandelier off. Thank you.
It's only gone for tonight. It'll be back next week.
I don't care. Leave it off. That shit.
It's just they couldn't fit it there.
The set looks way better. It looks way better.
Yeah, they couldn't fit that. They just couldn't fit that damn thing in the whole set. The stage was, if you know, the stage was actually smaller than normal. They couldn't. I
don't care. It was dope. I don't care.
But Wardlow, his entrance in the back. I like the part where he's in the back and they catch it because it kind of reminds me of Goldberg, but also reminds me of the old MSG shows.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they showed the wrestling back. So that part I like. When he comes out. First of all, he needs new music. I'm sorry, he needs new music. But what he needs is when he does that thing when he flexes and taunts, pyro, man. Pyro. You need pyro for that shit.
And I'm pretty sure they're working on it, but
they're not working.
They needed that shit tonight.
They got to listen to no gimmicks.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen to no gimmicks, and then we'll tell
first
you
things
what
first.
you need. First things first.
Leave the chandelier off.
Leave the chandelier.
Work on Wardlow's entrance. Get him some new music. Pyro when he flexes. You're going.
I think the problem with the music is I don't like the lyrics of the song. The singing.
I don't listen to them. All I hear is "This is war."
Yeah, well, they can play "This is war" and then just like
over and over.
Some other shit. But that is just the presentation is all off. Yeah, like I said before, man. If you want these guys to be larger than life, you got to make them larger than life. That's presentation. That's one thing that WWF, WWE has always been able to do is make these guys look larger than life. Make them just, look at the presentation of the Undertaker, look at Kane, look at the Ultimate Warrior, look at Edge. Okay, look at these guys. Look at Hogan back in the day, Diesel, Razor. The list goes on and on. They got to look like superstars.
I agree.
You can't look like
if you're gonna have a big man, have him looking like a superstar.
Exactly. He just changed up the presentation. But other than that, it's going fine. Now let's get to the main event.
Main event time. It's time for the main event.
Oh, you know your Mark Henry? It's time for the main event.
Oh, man. So, Pipe Bomb 2.0 happened tonight. Or if you want to call it Pipe Bomb Light, call it Pipe Bomb Light. Anyway, MJF came out and basically went scorched earth on Tony Khan on the fact that he owes him money. Let me finish.
You notice I took the glasses off of this one.
Yeah, Let me finish. Before you get to work.
Yeah, in public.
Before you get to work. All right.
Yep.
Before we get into this, let's look at let's get a taste of what he was saying during the show.
Oh, we're gonna do a little picture-in-picture action.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little picture-in-picture. So
I like that.
Before we get into it, let's look at what he said.
All right.
This is just a little taste, so we don't get the copyright bug.
Copyright, baby.
The pay when the baby. We taking it down.
I am a generational talent, and you people consistently take me for granted. But it's not just you. It's the big man in the back, too.
I'll see
right.
it.
That's all we're going to give him. That's all we're going to give him.
All you could give him, baby.
But, so, he went on like a good 8-minute rant. And had the crowd. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Had him agreeing at certain spots.
Yeah, he had the smarts in the palm of his hand.
Yeah,
right.
In the palm of his hand. Mm-hmm. And there was a line in there where he said, "You're giving you don't want to pay me because you want to give all this money to the ex-WWE guys." Right. Crowd ate that up.
Yep.
He's like, "Fire me, fucking fire me."
Right.
But you asked this question, so I decided we needed to make this a set.
Okay.
What makes MJF so special? Frankie D, the floor is yours.
Well, Blackie Mac, the floor is yours. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
You want to hear what I got to say about it?
Yeah, let's hear what you have to say first. I'm going to drink on my Modelo, so you go ahead and talk.
All right, this may shock you, or it may not, MJF is to the mainstream now about 2 years into this run. 3 now. We're on the 3rd anniversary. Caught in fairly early. He caught on fairly early, and what he was doing was a lot of shock promo. Right. Still doing the same thing today. I think we've covered this in an earlier episode, but at the time I was like, it's getting old to me. I'm still there in a sense. I think they needed to ratchet this up, and I put up a post after this happened because if this isn't a work, then this was incredibly dumb. This is incredibly dumb. Because why would you go on national television, speak like this on national television about the man that owes you money? A, you're not going to get this money. B, good luck trying to go to bigger and better grounds because you're not going to get that money there. It was incredibly dumb. After conferring with you, we both came to the agreement that this is a work. For those that don't know, it means that they're in on it. The business is in on it.
Right.
So being that this is a work, I think it's smart. It's been done before. A lot of things in wrestling have been done before. And my answer to that question is MJF is following a pattern that has been set for him. And all he has to do is play the part. He's not special now, but if he plays this part well, I think he's going to come out of it a whole lot better than what he is now. Playing I see a little Brian Pillman, right? There's a little bit of loose cannon there, along with what you described before we came on air. Shane Douglas, he's using a lot of the vulgarity, and a little bit of CM Punk in there. because during this promo there was a hint of the pipe bomb back in 2011, right? So there's a hint of that in there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from this. This may be revolutionary to modern audiences, but to me, it's been done before, and that just makes me say, I just want to see what happens. I'm not being negative towards it. I just want to see what happens coming out of this, because tonight was an indicator. He had the smarts in the palm of his hand. He had them. Hook, line, sinker, bit. And I'm going to go back to CM Punk. So when CM Punk did this, there was a wave of fandom that came his way. Because if you weren't a CM Punk fan before the pipe bomb, you damn sure were a CM Punk fan after the pipe bomb. And then it died off slowly. And then CM Punk left the business.
Right.
This may happen to MJF. You may see this wave of fandom come his way. And it will be up to MJF to keep that energy up for the people who are now his fans. Can he do that? That remains to be seen. That's what I'm watching for. Can you keep the fans that are going to be coming to you because of this?
I'll say this, that I know it's a work. I've been knew it was a work, okay? But it can be an interesting work if they do it correctly.
I agree.
One thing that their position here is, okay, so MJF said all this stuff tonight, and the fans were, like you said, were cheering what he was saying, and they were on his side. But then he immediately heels up on him again. You mess up with that, because you shouldn't have healed back on the crowd. You said that this was Max Friedman talking, not MJF the character. So
but during that promo, so the part you're referencing, I thought he actually made sense as Max Friedman, because he was like, "Where were you this weekend? Why weren't you cheering? Y'all were calling me a piece of shit for skipping out on the show." I thought I actually like that.
No, they weren't calling him a piece of shit. That was the internet. That was the stories that was being put out there by the internet, the Meltzers and the Alvarezes. That's who put that out there. No fan was saying that. The fans were wondering if he was going to show up. So that's where that made no sense to me. So when you say I'm talking to you as Max Friedman, you're talking to me straight up, not as the character MJF. He had an issue because he kept going back and forth from the character to the person. The person, Max Friedman, shouldn't have an issue with the fans because you are not playing that character. You're talking against the company. Mm-hmm. You're talking against the administration. You have a grievance, right? So I'm talking to you not as MJF. I'm talking to you as Max Friedman. Not Maxwell Jacob, but Max Friedman. And I'm telling you, I don't like the fact that you're bringing all these WWE guys in here and you're hoarding money to basically give them when you should be paying me. And I've been here since practically day one.
Day one, yep.
That's what you should be saying. So what you do is you take the fans who are now cheering what you're saying and you heel up on them. That's stupid. You should go with that, because what it could be is you could lead to him being a new anti-hero for the company that's bucking against the administration, and also sets up Tony Khan to be the bad guy. Mm-hmm. Because he's the bad guy. See, what MJF did was they took everything that, all the negative connotations that people think about Tony Khan, and they're putting it here in the angle that he's just a billionaire playing wrestling promoter. He's just a money mark, and he should be sitting out there in the crowd and whoopie-whooping on it. That's exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
Why not go there? There's lots of people out there that don't like Tony Khan for whatever reason.
Oh yeah.
So Tony Khan should play into that. If Tony Khan's not going to speak, you have somebody out there as the authority figure, pretty much, as like they used to do back in the day. You know, you have a general manager, or you have somebody on screen that could buck the system. Perfect person for that to me, but you know they're not on good terms. But the perfect person for me with that situation would have been Bischoff. That's what
I agree.
Would have been the AEW, the guy working for Tony Khan, or you can bring Eric Bischoff in as part of his being Bischoff in as part of his angle, where Bischoff is siding with MJF in this situation. So I think that's what they're swimming up. But either way it goes, it's a work, but I'm interested to see where it goes. MJF is not going anywhere. This dude's contract is not up until 2024. He is not talking to the WWE. Vince McMahon is not making a play for MJF. And people, I've seen stories on the internet talking about Vince McMahon is willing to pay big money for MJF. Vince McMahon probably doesn't know who the fuck MJF is to begin with. And I'm just keeping it real.
Man, you should leave that for the marks to figure out.
Well, I'm just saying, though. I mean, come on. Vince McMahon. Vince
leave it for the marks, man.
Vince doesn't watch shit. Okay? Vince back in the WCW days, Vince wasn't even watching that shit. He had people watching Howard Finkel's job. Howard Finkel's job was to watch Nitro. To tell them what was going on. Okay? Yeah. So he ain't watching shit. Vince doesn't give a
leave it for the marks to figure out.
But I'm saying, though, you think Vince is going to fucking go out here and talk to this dude that's under contract to another company and get sued?
Hey, those of us that know. The marks don't know. Let them figure it out.
Whatever. But other than that, I don't really personally myself see anything special about MJF. I just think it's a dude that goes out there and cuts promos for the shock value, and he's an average fucking wrestler. I haven't seen any.
I'm there with you.
I haven't seen any MJF matches. I gotta be like, oh damn, I gotta go back and see this shit. I'm
there with you. That. All I'm saying is this angle has the potential. That's what I'm saying. This angle
it has the potential to make MJF out to be one of the biggest anti-hero baby faces in the fucking business. Yeah. If they do it correctly. If they get the mind frame of, okay, this dude doesn't have to be a fucking heel. I know he likes being that heel, but you don't have to be the fucking heel. You can actually make more money by selling merch. As an anti-hero. You can be Stone Cold Steve Austin without being Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
You can have a whole Austin McMahon thing all over again in AEW, done correctly.
And it'll work. It will work.
But
all he has to do is play the part. Yeah, he can come out of this fucking monster. He can. Yeah. He really can.
Yep.
But and that's what I'm saying. Like stunning Steve Austin, nothing really special about him. Stone Cold Steve Austin, game changer.
Right. Yeah,
game changer.
We'll see. So we'll see what this sort. We'll see what's so game changing about this angle when it's all said and done.
Yeah, we'll see. And that's where I am now. I need to see more to say, okay, this, because tonight I was like, they're blurring the lines. I get it. Right. They're blurring the lines. I need y'all to go all the fucking way. Go balls to the wall with that shit. Don't hold back. Right. Just go balls to the fucking wall.
Yep.
And the other thing I like about this too is the dirt sheets are in on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Meltzer and Alvarez are in on it. So all the people out there that listen to No Gimmicks on our various outlets out there, anything you read from Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez about MJF, Tony Khan, AEW, they're all in on the work. So it's all bullshit. So you know ahead of time.
And this may lead to other people being in on the bullshit. You never know.
Exactly.
You never fucking know.
So I'm with you. I can't wait to see where the situation goes, where it turns out. And as Stone Cold Steve Austin will say, that's all I got to say about that.
That's the bottom line.
Right.
But yeah. So, final thoughts. What you got?
Final thoughts. Hey, look, I'm looking forward to the next episode of Kenobi. Can't wait to see Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan Part 2. Build up to it. I want to see what the revelation is about Reva and why she's so damn mad and angry at the Jedi. What's going to be the fate of fucking Leia? And will she make it back to Alderaan? Of course she will. But how is she going to get there? So, that's pretty much it, man. I got nothing else. Like right now, I'm just like, I'm kind of just waiting to see what happens. I'm kind of just whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So, but my final thoughts again. Thank you to everyone who watched the show, listened to the show, shared the show, got people in on the show. This was a big week for DFPN across the board. So, thank you to everyone that follows, listens, likes, all that great stuff for DFPN. Thank you guys. This was a really great week for us. So again, very much appreciative. That does wonders for our confidence in making these shows, and we put a lot of energy into the behind the scenes stuff too. So
and I'm gonna say this right quick too. As a reward, I'm saying this myself as a reward. Basically just thank you for everybody out there that's continued to support the DFPN and continue to support No Gimmicks. Next week on No Gimmicks Podcast, for free right here, we're going to review Starrcade 1997, Hollywood Hogan versus Sting. All right, you got it right there. Watch along. Hollywood Hulk Hogan versus Sting, the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. The match of the century at the time that WCW blew because a man, check this out, because a man showed up and he wasn't tanned. More on that.
More on it. But until then, stay tuned. We got more stuff coming. So stay tuned to the DFPN. Stay tuned to No Gimmicks. Frankie D just put y'all in on a very massive deal. So stay tuned. We'll be back next week. Till then, y'all enjoy. Be safe. Peace. Oh, you're lying.
What line is that? Oh. By the way, help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Dun, 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 dun.
Peace.